Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. So, let me tell you a little story about when we went to dinner and the waiter, right? The waiter happened to be, we were sitting at the bar, so the waiter was the bartender. Now, we went out to eat and we just kind of got up last minute, spur of the moment, got up, said, you know what, let's go up here to happy hour, watch the game, have some, some eats and some drinks. So we went up there. We wasn't in nothing fancy. We didn't have on our jerseys or nothing, just regular t-shirt, jeans, tennis shoes, the average relaxing. So we go up there, we're sitting at the bar, and the waiter comes out from the back. Now, there was us and there was these two old women who looked like they were regulars or they knew the owners or whatever the case may be. So he stopped and helped them first. He would walk by us and he wouldn't look at us. He wouldn't make eye contact with us. It was like he didn't want us to ask for help. So we wasn't, because I done said, don't you say a word. If he don't come over here and help us, I'll get the manager. So he walked past us and he goes over into the middle of the restaurant, and he picks up some napkins or something, just messing around. And meanwhile, while he's picking up napkins, another couple comes in and he goes straight over to them. Well, when he goes straight over to them, now I'm looking side eyed. I done cocked my head and he looks over at me and we meet eye contact, right? So then he goes ahead and takes their drink order, and then he walks by us and say, "Did you guys need something?" I was like, "Yeah, it looked like we need some food. We need some help. Are you going to help us, or do we get the manager? Assistance?" "Oh, no, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What can I do for you?" "No, you wasn't sorry. You wasn't sorry." And I would have called him a wetback, but you know what? I was trying to eat and drink. So we say, hey, we already know what we want: drinks, appetizer, and main course. We already know what we want, so we tell them what we want. Long story short, at the end, when it's time to pay and go home, he brings the check. Now, my food, peep this, my food was right at about $50, right? His food was probably about 70 something, because he had more drinks. And they didn't really have anything that I like to drink other than one drink. So I had a glass of sangria. And do you know what the waiter did? Obviously, he wasn't making any tips that night. He took my receipt and said that my food was $19 and something, and said that my tip to him was $20. Mind you, he only got like a $5 tip from me just because of how he did us, but he got that $5 tip in cash. Do you know he turned around and doctored that receipt and said that my food was $19 and I tipped him 20 something dollars on my card? And I called him out on it. He tried to play crazy. So I said, okay. I told him, I said, well, look at your receipt and what you got on there. He said that old boy's food was $30 and that he gave him a $40. He said that the tip was more than the food was on his receipt, and he turned it in. Now, usually I wouldn't care. But since he had tried to get over on me, and now you're getting over on the manager, and you look like you family to the management. Because I remember going one night, and he was saying that they had just reopened and they were contemplating making a new dish, and the cook was back there just going ham, trying to find ways to, I guess, bring in crowds. the the restaurant the restaurant hang on. The restaurant is a nice little hole in the wall. They have good food. Like I said, I can't say much about their drinks. Their food is good. They have plenty of big screen TVs to watch the game. It is a nice little happy hour joint. It's laid back. Sorry about that. That was my alarm. It always comes in and interrupts. But it's a nice little hole in the walls cut. It's a huge restaurant. It's really big. It's never a lot of people in there. It's almost like people don't know it exists. The food is top of the line. I give it to them that they take great quality and care in their food and presentation. I've had the pork belly tacos, obviously the wings. I had one of their pasta dishes. I didn't care for it too much because they didn't give you many shrimp. And I know that's usually how it is. But I say all of that to say this: be careful when you're going out to restaurants, especially if you're in a large group or even a small group setting. The key is to watch what they charge on your card because they could be lying and getting over. And if it wasn't for me being tipsy from that sangria and blitzed from a little extracurricular activities, I probably would have really went back and forth with him. I didn't want to go back and forth with him. I just asked him, "What was this? I already gave you a tip. Why are you putting a $20 tip on my card?" But I said, "You know what? You stealing from the management, not me." And obviously, I feel like I can't go back now because if he's the waiter there or if he's the bartender there, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be feeling some kind of way. I have tried calling the manager to give him a heads up and I've not been able to get him, but it's not over with. And I saved my receipts for the sole purpose of being able to let him know because I feel some kind of way about how he did that. He was being very shady. I didn't appreciate that. And you lied and you stole in my face. Most people, when they steal from you, they don't just blatantly do it in your face. You know what I'm saying? They try to be a little slick with it. He was trying to be slick with it, and I guess he thought I wouldn't look at my receipt or that maybe I didn't know what I was looking at. You know what? Now the more that I think about it, the more that I talk about it, I feel like he was definitely trying to get over, and that bothers me because I really like that little restaurant, and I've met, like I said, I've met the owner, nice looking, very professional. He's young, but he seemed like he got a good head on his shoulders. So watch your receipts, because the kids out here, honey, they are finding ways to steal and get over. Upset because they not making that much money. And I had an old man last night when I was trying to go in this grocery store. He was trying to get me to sign his petition, and he said something about it was a petition to put it on the ballot so that Burger King and McDonald workers can make $22 an hour. Mhm. I told him, I said, dude, Taco Bell and Burger King workers don't need to make $22 an hour. I'm not for that petition. I'm not for that petition. They don't need to make $22 an hour. They don't. They need to make the 15 that the people gave them or said they was gonna give them a while back, and that's it. No more, no less. Not for working at McDonald's and Burger King. Come on now. McDonald's and Burger King ain't got $22 worth of food I would like to eat. Letting alone paying their people $22. I'm just saying. But yeah, They out here trying to get over. They trying to get over. They trying to get over. And I tell you something else. Um, I've noticed now as you order more stuff online, you tend to find more fees. Like for instance, your Grubhub or your DoorDash. You find all these kind of fees, and let me tell you something. Even when the restaurant, even on the restaurant, when it says if you order $15 or more, it's free delivery. Well, they'll put zero at delivery, but then they'll tack on another fee. They got a way to charge you a fee. There's always a way to charge you a fee. Even when it's supposed to be free delivery, they find a way to tack on a fee. Same thing with InstaHub or Instacart or whatever it's called. So just be mindful, when you're ordering stuff, when you're going out, when you're charging stuff, and you're giving your receipt. Look at when you're giving your credit card or your debit card. Look at your receipt and make sure it's yours. When they give you the card back, look at the card, make sure it's yours. Because baby, the scammers are out here. We coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. The scams are real and they about to get turned up. I done got to the point now, even when I go in 7-Eleven, when I go to the gas stations, I'll grab the credit card machine and snatch on it, trying to see if it's a scammer before I stick my card in there because I've been scammed before. So I just say all of this to tell you, come on, we are in the holiday season and you guys do better about, being aware. The same way they're doing videos telling you to be careful when you go to your car. If you see something tucked down in the door handle, don't touch it. It could be laced with something. The same way they're telling you if you find these zip ties on your car, you've been targeted. Don't touch it. If you see money or flies on your windshield wiper and you don't see none nowhere else, don't touch it. You go get help. The same way they're warning you about all of the ways that they get people for trafficking, just be mindful, be aware of it, you know? Um, yeah, I've had a few experiences here as of lately at the restaurants where the kids think they being slick, they trying to get over, and it's disappointing because I feel some kind of way about the establishment employing somebody like that that's out here trying to get over on the patrons. I just don't think that's cool. I don't think it's right, and I don't agree with it. So it made me say, well, I don't think I'm gonna come back because I feel some kind of way. And you can't really go off on them until after you done got your food, because ain't no telling what they may take your food back there and do to it, spit in it, and it ain't no telling, child. um, let's see. I saw a movie the other night. I cannot remember the name of it. It was pretty good. We need to have a movie planning uh, show one night where we talk about some good movies, and maybe we go into the Boss Cave and watch some of the good movies or shows or whatever. Yeah, we should. Um, and it's funny because actually, um, I was disappointed that I didn't get any home videos with my sister the last time I was there. So I definitely plan on the next time I go to get some videos for me and the fams, for me and the pop-ups. Yes. So I've checked my calendar. I have my week off for my birthday. I have just about a week off for Christmas and New Year's. And I'm really contemplating. I just recently found out that um, I can fly on United with no restrictions. So I think I'm off the no fly list, but I do have my box with my necessities in that my sister turned me on to. Shout out to Momo. I love her. Um, let's see. That was all I wanted to bring to you guys this morning. That was all that was worthy of my conversation. Now I will touch on Kanye real quick, because it ain't a lot really that can be said about Kanye. I think you know what when I look at Kanye, you know what I see. I see somebody who has been wronged, felt like he's been wronged and been hurt by someone that he loved, a family that he called his own, that made him feel like family. I feel like he was so hurt by his ex wife's family that he is just, what's the word? Retaliating. Kind of like what they do on YouTube. You know, when somebody's supposed to be friends or whatever, and then something happened and they fall out, and the first thing they do is jump up and start running and telling people secrets and telling their tea. That's what I feel like Kanye doing. Don't it feel like that a little bit to y'all? It was like him and his wife, they didn't make it, and then she went and messed with somebody else before they could the ink could even drown the divorce. You know, had his kids in this man's lap and in the bed and all of these other things. And I feel like him running around outing the Kardashians, outing Ray J, outing Meek Mill, falling out with ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. I feel like it's all just him throwing a fit, upset and hurt. Now, is the information true? Hey, it might be. I don't know. It could be. But the premise behind it, while everybody tries to make it seem like he's crazy, like something's wrong with him, he's not all there, I believe that's the furthest thing from the truth. I believe that Kanye is definitely going through something. I do believe that he is possibly medicated and needs to stay on his medication on a regular basis. Him changing his name to Just Ye, um, it's almost like a rebranding. Y'all remember when Prince did it, right? Remember when Prince changed his name from Prince to the symbol? It was like a rebranding, right? And I want to say, did they say he had filed bankruptcy? I don't think he had filed bankruptcy, but it was a rebranding. It was him getting out from under a lot of contracts and things, I believe. And I don't remember what the story was, but Prince, yeah, Prince was slick with it. And you know, when it happened, I wasn't even the wiser on it. Like for instance, I looked at a TikTok the other day with Superman on it. What's the boy name? It ain't his name. Ain't Superman. His name is Soldier Boy, and Soldier Boy had deemed himself one of the richest rappers in the game. And when I saw the caption before I turned the mute button off, when I saw the caption, I thought to myself, one of the richest rappers in the game. Where is he getting that from? Like, come on, now all of these OGs and players out here ahead of you and behind you, making more money than you. How you gonna say you one of the richest rappers? Well, let me tell you what he said. He got on there and he said that he is not contracted by a label. Yeah. Soldier Boy said he is not under a label, which means nobody gets a cut or a share of his money. When he make his money, he gets it all. He said he has his own rights to his own catalog and his masters and all of the things. Um, you know, he was talking about on the label how they have ghostwriters and everybody got to be paid. The label got to be paid. The writers got to be paid. The da 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 da. He said he don't have any of that, and that makes him one pretty smart little rascal. It makes him smart. I don't know if he the richest, but it definitely makes him smart because there are a few people out there that were not under label for a long time. Remy Ma. Remy Ma, when Remy came out, Remy tried her best not to sign with a label. They wanted to continue to be independent. They wanted to do this, that, and the third. And I guess the money wasn't coming fast enough for them. So she ended up signing with a label. And with a label, they give you this big ass advance, 5, 10, 15, $20 million advance up front. And you go crazy. It's a distraction. They got you distracted and spending money other than making money. But hey, it is what it is. She went vegan. We talking about Remy Ma. She went vegan. She lost a lot of weight. She looks real good. I hope she don't go get a BBL. I saw them trying to talk to the Glorilla girl about getting a BBL. I was like, she's a toothpick. She don't need no BBL. And then she said out of her own mouth, if she was to get a BBL, she'll probably look like an ant, and she would. So hopefully she's embracing her little small petite self and not being, finessed by these people to go get work done to her body. Like you don't see very many little people out here in the game. Kim used to be little and she messed all of that up. Other than that, and there's this Coi Ray, Benzino's daughter. I don't really know what music she sings, but she's a little bitty something something. She's all in the showing what little cheeks that she got, and she is literally skin and bones. Like, oh my god. So yeah, and Cardi, every time she show her face without makeup, I just think to myself, she really messed her face up. Why, Lord? Why would she go and do that? But that's why I say about people who self-esteem may be low or they may not see, much in themselves. It's people out here that you may think are cute that have self-esteem issues themselves, thinking that they're not pretty enough or they're not good enough or whatever, instead of making changes and messing up what we think is cute already. So just be happy with yourself. So listen, Linda, Linda. I'm gonna get off here and let y'all have a good day. I got some things to do. I got a full face to prep. Oh, and I wanted to tell y'all something. I got a new cleaning hack for my makeup brushes. It is amazing. Oh my God, I can't wait to talk about that. But we'll do that at another time. Right now, I'm finna let y'all go. Thank you for stopping by. For the one person that's in the skybox and anybody in the bushes, shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to all my bosses. I love y'all. Y'all are the bomb. And it is amazing. It is amazing to have people like my bosses in my corner. I feel so blessed. So blessed. All right. Y'all be good and have a good day, and I'll catch you later.